Everybody's got a plan, but nobody's calm.
You're supposed to wake up early, fix everything, and now you can spearfish for walleye in Lake Erie?
And McDonald's might be bringing back supersized fries? January is absolutely going off the rails.
So today we're slowing it down and focusing on what actually matters, one day at a time.
This episode's brought to you by Backbone Coffee.
First Form.
And Two Clever Fellas. Watch or listen.
Casting their faith to reach this world.
Of the word of faith, and God began to heal the people.
Said it's crazy that happened.
She looks like a moon. She looks like the moon. Is what you
Doesn't
said.
mean it's mean. I'm just saying that's what she looked like.
Fish on.
Welcome back to another episode of the Casting Faith Podcast, and we're here to say
Happy New Year!
Happy New Year's. Happy New Year's.
I feel like it's a SNL bit.
Dude, it's like a whole new year already, huh? Pretty wild, huh?
2026.
2026. It's hard to believe that a full year has come and gone.
Yeah.
Like, I feel this way every New Year's. It's like, it's a weird feeling.
Yeah, it's like the first couple months, like January, February, even March seemed to kind of go slow, and then it's April, May, June, July, August, September. Like it just fast forwards. It's crazy how fast it goes.
Yeah. And like, did you ever get your birthday is coming up? You get this question every year. Well, do you feel older?
Right.
And you're like, no.
I feel exactly the same.
The same I did this
Right?
morning, It's like, so like,
Yeah.
hey,
It's
year.
weird.
Have a year.
Have a year.
That's it. That's the episode. Have a
You know
year.
what's even crazier is it's 6 years from
2019.
Mask Up.
That's wild, man.
Yeah.
That's wild. That feels like last year.
So
So it's not.
I think actually we were talking about this recently, how since that was such a like major traumatic event in all of our lives, it seems like everything it's like a milestone,
Mhm.
and that's why everything's going so quick after that.
Yeah. That's weird. And
Yeah.
it's the same with September 11th.
Mm-hmm.
I remember I was in the eye doctor as a kid.
Yeah, I know
before
exactly where I was, which is it's crazy.
And same with 2019. But yeah, that's crazy. It's 6 years, you said?
Mm-hmm.
That's wild. That's wild. Before we get too far into the episode, though, I feel like I need to say this on the onset of the episode. This is not a New Year, New Me episode. I feel like that is super overplayed.
Yeah.
And
New year, new you.
we've had a lot of years to make a new you, So like, I am what I am. Enjoy. That's the episode.
Yeah.
So not to say that you shouldn't set goals or do anything,
Right.
To improve yourself. I think from our last New Year's episode, people understands my stance on this. Like, you don't have to wait until January 1st
No.
to make a change in your life.
Right.
you
I mean,
know?
any moment's the right moment to make that change.
Right. And so that's not what this episode is. It's not a New Year, New You episode. It's, hey, we're still here episode.
Yeah,
And,
I like that.
That's kind of how I feel. But January feels different. I don't know, like, about our listeners elsewhere. I know we got some people listening from all over the United States and even outside of the country. But this winter stinks.
Yeah, it's been bad.
It's a tough winter.
a lot of snow.
This was the worst December,
Yeah.
I think, in my life
Yeah, it's been
in
it's
terms
been
of
rough.
cold.
And snow, and there's a little bit of a heat wave that came through, and
We've had
it's just weird.
2 snow days in December.
Yeah, I don't think I remember that when I was a kid.
That's crazy. As a teacher, that's crazy. Usually that happens in February or late January,
Mhm.
and we're getting the cold quicker. And I don't know. There's a story out there. I don't really have this in the notes or in the details, but have you heard like it's supposed to be the worst winter of
Yeah.
like our life,
Mhm.
and that even like Florida is going to get snow, and,
Yeah.
and parts of the South are going to get snow that usually doesn't get snow.
Right. Yeah, I've heard that. I've heard it from a few different places. That it is supposed to be one of the. It's something about a wind pattern that's coming
Yeah.
through that's pulling Arctic. I don't know.
Like
I'm not a meteorologist.
Another polar vortex or something.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah. We talked about this, I think, last episode, but I remember that polar vortex that hit us when we were younger.
Yeah.
And it was fun.
Yeah.
I mean, for Ohioans, it's like,
Right.
same thing. I think it's always funny when my family from Texas gets like an inch of snow.
Everything shuts down.
Down. It's like panic. Everybody's buying water and emergency supplies.
So I don't know if you follow them, but I do on Instagram. I don't know their names, but it's a couple British guys, and they come to the States and they compare everything.
Yeah.
And the one guy is just doing a whole series for the past couple weeks about.
Is this the guy that ate ribs in a restaurant?
And
he tried to eat it with a fork.
Guy.
Yeah.
So he just found out about lake effect snow on the Great Lakes. So first he found out about the Great Lakes, and then he's like, "That's like an ocean. That's not a lake." The fact that you call that a lake. And then somebody messaged him and was like, "Have you heard about lake effect snow?" And he's like, "That's post-apocalyptic. Like if that were to happen in England, it would shut everything down
and
for like a week." And we're like,
we're steelhead fishing in the middle of in the middle of whiteout. That's funny. I did see a thing. It was just a random reel that popped up of how you can trace the rivers into the Great Lakes, into the ocean, and the whole northeast side of the United States could technically be an island based off of that.
That's crazy. I don't think I realized that, but it makes sense. I mean, look at the Mississippi.
Isn't it wild? Like from Ohio to New York or something like that. It's just connects. It's so funny. We're an island.
Ourselves as an island. We're our own state.
Yeah.
Our own nation.
Yeah, it's funny. But so not sea to shining sea then, huh? We've been lied to again. I think it's interesting that man, January just feels it feels like sometimes like everybody has this pressure to be new.
Yeah.
Right. And man, I think that gets to people sometimes because like you and I've both been there where you start something new and you get like 2 weeks in or 2 days in and then you fail and then you have a decision to make. Am I just going to keep going with the plan or am I going to start over or this is I failed.
Right.
So I think that pressure's on too many people.
Yeah, I think it sets you up for failure and you're getting pushed that whole new year, new you thing from everywhere. It'll be on your social media feeds and ad spaces, on the radio, podcasts. You listen to anything, not on the Casting Faith podcast, but in other areas.
I mean, a little. Better yourself. I mean,
we are for bettering you.
Yeah.
But it doesn't have to be at the beginning of the year. It can be any day.
Anytime. And, the United States could just say, the Northeast and Southeast, we're just all an island.
I don't think that's going to happen.
No, we're not an island. We're not an island. But it's funny that you can trace the whole Great Lakes thing and the rivers and make an island out of it. That's interesting.
It is weird.
But speaking of Great Lakes, something new's happening.
Yeah.
Spearfishing. Thoughts on this? So I was scrolling and this came up and apparently spearfishing in the Great Lakes is becoming a thing. I read this headline. I had to read it twice because they're expanding spearfishing for walleye, lake trout, pike in the Great Lakes. Not carp, not rough fish, walleye and lake trout. You can spearfish now underwater with a spear. And listen, I don't think I'm mad at this.
So I've got a couple different thoughts on it. So I did not do any research on this before we came to the episode, and I did it on purpose because I wanted my actual reaction to it. So, excuse me. First of all, has this been a thing? Because it said expanding. So have we been able to spearfish this whole time?
Who was gonna tell us we can spearfish?
And also, are we talking about like spearfishing, like standing over, like Krug make fish die? Or are we talking about like scuba diving with a spear gun?
I think both.
Okay.
Just
and my second question.
You ever heard of frog gigging?
Yeah, I think we should do a
fish gigging.
I think we should do a Casting Faith frog gigging tonight.
Let us know if you want to see that a YouTube special frog gigging.
So no lie, this is a rabbit trail in and of itself, but a couple years ago, I don't know if you remember, we talked about setting up. I've got all the frog gigging stuff set up in an Amazon list on my Alexa.
I think this is the year. New year, same plan.
I mean, I'll eat those frogs.
I would eat dude, I've had frog legs.
Frog legs are good.
They're good.
Tastes like chicken wings. Yeah, like greasy chicken.
When was the first time you had frog legs? Was it the Chinese buffet in
Yes,
Chapel
it
Hill?
was.
Yes, it was. So there was this Chinese buffet in a neighboring town, and we used to go there every Sunday after church because it was a buffet and you could eat all you want.
Chinese food.
And there was a year though where I vividly remember I was out with Pastor and Christian Brother Carson after service at the buffet. And you could tell. Sorry, I've been sick for like a month.
Yeah.
You could tell that the quality in the food had just went down, and the service went down, and I don't think they're open anymore.
No, they're not.
But it was amazing when it first started, and that's where I first had frog legs.
Yep, me too.
I'll never forget. We were at a work day with Brother Carson and Christian, and we 3 went to that before our work started, and we came back, and all 3 of us, he might get mad at me saying this, but all 3 of us threw up over the hill before we started to work. He was like, I think I'm sick. And we were like, yeah, that doesn't feel right. And then we all just yucked and went back to work.
Yeah.
So I don't know. But that's where I first had frog legs.
Yeah, I do a little bit of frog
I
gigging.
could do frog gigging.
That'd be fun.
But
go out on the kayak.
Spearfishing? Like, it sounds like a great time. But the Great Lakes are already dangerous.
So my concern with it is the fish. Like, why aren't we? Remember a couple of years ago they were talking about the whole like Asian carp thing, like that invasive species didn't have any predator. They're jumping when the motor goes. You see all the crazy videos of it. That was a big thing. Why isn't that the species we're targeting?
No, we want walleye.
Crazy people would go up there with spear, like turn on an engine so they're flying up the air and throw spears at them.
I guess my question too is like, is it just limited to the Great Lakes, or can I go to Mogador Reservoir and start spearfishing aimers or something?
Man, there's people that do that already, I'm sure.
And is it like bow fishing too?
No, bow fishing's different. That's not spearfishing. That's bow fishing.
Or is it?
And you can get carp with a bow.
But I wouldn't want carp. Like, all right, how many times have you been steelhead fishing? You see 14 in the water, nothing's biting. Can I just grab a spear? Can I just whittle a spear and just go to town? Like we've heard of like foul hooking and people who cheat that way. Like, isn't.
Yeah,
that wasn't directed at you. I'm just saying.
No, I know what you mean, but yeah, I mean it's crazy.
There may or may not be footage of no, I'm kidding.
Oh man, but
spearfishing's a whole nother level.
I just want to know if it's expanding. How many people are spearfishing the Great Lakes?
Yeah,
right
let
now?
us know if you've spearfished in Lake Erie,
dude. Having said that, do you know that there's a legitimate group of people that surf up in Cleveland on Edgewater Beach?
Interesting. Life choices,
especially in the wintertime. Because the waves are rushed because of the gales of November.
Yeah, I'll never forget Justin and Amanda's wedding. I think we were in Monterey, and we wanted to say that we got in the ocean, and I went out, and it was abnormally cold. You know, like one of those panic. Hey, it's 10 degrees short. Everybody panic. Go buy the water cold.
Right.
And I got in the water, and it was the coldest water. And I was like, "This is California. Why is this like this?" And it made me think of that because of the surfing thing. Like,
having said that, do you remember when we went to St. Louis for Youth Congress?
And there's dirty needles all over the ground.
I was determined when we pulled into St. Louis. Now, if you've ever been to St.Louis, you cross the bridge over the Mississippi, and I looked at my wife and I said, "I'm going to put my foot in the Mississippi River while we're here."
And you got
we walked down there. It's
diseases.
Awful.
It was the grossest water I've ever seen.
Disgusting. It smelled terrible. There was trash everywhere, dead fish everywhere. But all the youth was there.
Do it clean up.
Brother David's going to put his foot in the water.
Yeah,
so I did. I did it. I stepped in the Mississippi River.
You know, and that bothers me that it was so dirty.
It was gross.
I think a lot of waters are like that. Chase from Southwest Indiana Outdoors was talking about a tournament that he did where that if you hooked into garbage and pulled it out, there was a special prize for that.
That's cool.
Isn't that awesome?
Yeah, I like that.
It's a kayak tournament. So that's something me and you, Sean's anti-kayak. We could totally get it on a kayak situation with Chase.
Yeah, I do that. I think that's a cool idea.
But it was cool. He was talking about that one of his episodes, how I don't remember what it's called or even what tournament it's in. But you know, you get a prize at the end of the tournament if you
like that.
pulled in a piece of trash, whether it's a shoe or a tire or whatever. Could be.
Can you imagine the test line you have to have on to pull a tire?
I'm sure everybody got braided.
Yeah, I don't know.
You know, at that point, I don't know. But yeah, it's interesting. But spearfishing, it's just
it's wild.
Would I do it? Yeah,
100%.
I would do it. But I'm like one that, you know, rules get skewed so easily, and you don't know what is what. Like steelhead fishing, for instance, you know, you catch 2 steelhead, you're done. That's all you can keep, right? Now, if I'm spearfishing, is the bag limit the same? Is the method matter? Can you only do one?
Right.
What are the rules? It's just interesting. And do you need that? Do you need that in the Great Lakes? Do you need another pressure point there?
Yeah, that's another question. Why is this a thing?
I don't know. But I don't think I'm mad at it. I wonder what the consequence, you know, what the
I want the prompt? What's the prompt behind this? Like, what's the reason?
I have no idea. That's what got. It's not something you think would happen all of a sudden. Something new that happened. So, does it sound like someone made fishing way harder than it needs to be, or is it just a fun new way?
I think it's just a new way.
Most of us are trying to figure out why the depth finder is not working, or like for me, like the scupper plug came undone. Like, am I just gonna whip out a spear and start?
So I think that
like, is it an option? Is it like the third rod thing, or
I think it's more like scuba diving spear, like you see in like Hawaii.
Yeah, and then it's like, do you need a separate license?
I'm sure you do.
And if you are just normal kayak fishing and you're like, this isn't working today, let me just jump in the water with my gig. Was that gonna fly? I'm sure there's rules. I just didn't see it coming.
No, it's definitely off the wall.
Yeah, and sometimes we don't need things to be more extreme. We just need them to be steady. So I'm not like 100% sold out on that. I think maybe we should calm down. But I would do it. I'm not mad at it.
I'd try it.
But that's kind of the theme of the
spear some fish.
Theme of the day. New Year spearfishing.
New Year spearfishing.
Spearfishing, good? Not good? Maybe. I don't know.
I'd try it.
I'd try it.
Did you know we didn't go to the moon?
Then how do you explain Harvest Moon?
Wait, so Backbone Coffee went to the moon?
No, they didn't go to the moon. They roasted it. Medium dark, notes of caramel, honey, and chocolate.
It tastes like lunar excellence.
Bro, this coffee tastes better than a moon landing filmed in a warehouse.
Well, whether you believe in the moon landing or not, believe in Backbone Coffee's Harvest Moon.
Roasted to order, ships fresh in 2 to 4 business days.
And you can get 15% off with the code CastingFaith.
Backbone Coffee, the Casting Faith podcast.
Fuel the grind.
Question everything.
Okay. And we're back. I don't know. It's just interesting that spearfishing is going to be a bigger part of our lives now, apparently.
So I asked Chad about it, and it says you can't do walleye, perch, and all that.
Oh, but there's other fish that you can.
Yeah, but it's legal in Ohio waters. It is legal in Ohio waters. And it says it's a very niche thing, but it is legit.
Sounds like a good time.
I'd try it.
And now we're expanding it to those things, apparently. Or they're talking about it at least. Interesting.
Yeah, it is scuba diving.
Just not gigging.
Spears
I
into
want
the
to
water.
chuck a spear. Sign me up.
Oh, man, that's funny.
We're going to have a scuba diving tournament. No, I feel like that's just another dumb way to die. I don't know. But, man, everybody tries new things in the new year. We start exercising more. We start doing, you try to take care of yourself. You set goals. You set plans. It made me start to think, obviously, getting into the New Year's, we said it at the beginning of the episode, we don't want this to be a new year, new me situation.
Yeah.
But it does make me feel like there's a lot of emphasis on pressure and progress. And so that's kind of what I wanted to dive into today. It's something I've been thinking about. Progress almost never feels dramatic when it's actually happening.
Yeah.
And one of the things and that's with anything, like when you're lifting weights, it's not when you're maxing out where most of the progress happens. It's the reps that went yesterday, the week before, the month before. It's the reps that build the growth. You could max out once and be like, wow, that was a lot. But, true strength and progression happens over time, tension over time, And so that's one area. Same thing with, your growth in your workplace or your spiritual life or anything. It never feels dramatic when it's actually happening. And sometimes we get so discouraged, not seeing the results that we want right away, that we get so much pressure by that we forget to do the thing that's actually going to get us there.
Right.
Does that make sense?
Well, we live in such a I want it now society, an instant society. When in reality, if you want something, consistency is the best way to reach it.
Right.
And that speaks to what you're saying there with it happens, progression over time. It happens with consistency. It's easy to relate to with the God bless you.
Sorry.
It's easy to relate to with the New Year stuff, with health stuff, because that's what everybody kind of correlates. I'm going to lose 20 pounds this year, whatever. With the weightlifting specifically, it's not, you don't see gains instantly after a week. It's
never.
Consistency. I've got to do this every day, every other day, whatever, set a plan, work for it. But it's consistency that gets you results.
Yeah. Most of the growth that I'm thankful for in a lot of areas in my life didn't come from the big moments. It came from the really boring, monotonous ones.
Yeah. And I would say the big moments come from the little boring, monotonous 100%. Moments.
Progress happens on those boring days.
Yeah. Consistency breeds opportunity.
Right. So good. And man, January doesn't like boring. Everybody is marketing millions of dollars. Planet Fitness gets a surge of new people who subscribe to their gym memberships. All gyms get a bump this time of year. And this is just one area, but everyone's pushing millions of dollars into marketing. New you. Fix yourself. And it doesn't like January doesn't like boring.
What is it with you in January?
I can't say words. Listen, I've been dying. January. It doesn't like boring. It's all fireworks. It's all, the ball drops. Everything's glamorous. Everything's, it's all a big deal. There's so much pressure put on it. It wants the big moment. But discipline isn't punishment. It's protection. I think you got to think of it as like what you said, it's time just putting in the work a little bit at a time. And that's how real progress happens. Pressure doesn't mean progress. Progress is made in the little moments that you decide. Choosing to do the right thing, even though the motivation isn't always there.
So that's something that I've said it before. I coach baseball. I coach football here in town. And that's something that I try to tell my son. Now, granted, the age group that I coach is young. It's 10U at this point. But that's something that I try to teach my son, not just from a sports standpoint, but from a life standpoint. And it's easiest for him right now to relate to sports is, hey, you're not just going to go out and play in a playoff game.
Right.
It's the practices that lead up to the game. The games lead up to the playoffs. It's the consistency. It's taking that moment, those small steps to get better every day.
Yeah. Yeah. And man, there's so many things in my life that I could point towards that. One would be my ministry. I knew what God wanted me to do when I was just a teenager.
Yeah.
I didn't see that happen when I was a teenager. I started to see that even just a few years ago, like to what seems to be the starting point. You know what I mean? Like it took years and years of time just to develop me into who God wanted me to be before he released me to do anything at all.
Absolutely.
And I feel like a lot of people get in their own way and get so frustrated in the process that they give up before the finish line is even, they get up before they even start.
Yeah, it's almost like saying, God's called me to preach, put me up at a conference, a national conference in front of somebody. Yeah, immediately it's a 16-year-old.
Yeah, and then you're going to flop.
Right. And then you're setting yourself up for failure and anger at God because why did you allow me to fail? No, God is preparing you in those small moments.
Yeah.
I just taught this in my Sunday school class, and it goes along with this. David didn't go out and immediately face Goliath.
Right.
It was time alone in the field with the sheep in his heart where he encountered a bear, he encountered a lion, and he had to protect those sheep. God was preparing him in those small moments when he was alone.
Right.
For that big moment with Goliath.
And then even you fast forward in David's life, and I guess we're getting to the Bible a little earlier, and that's okay. But you fast forward in his life, when he knows what he's called to be, he knows what God wants to do with him, he's going to be the next king. And then Saul gets jealous, starts chucking spears at him like we're about to do to those walleyes. And, he's on the run, and now he's in a cave somewhere with a bunch of, has-beens and outcasts, and he's dying in a cave. And there's this transition moment in his life. Yeah. Where he's waiting. He knows what God wants. He knows the finish line, but nothing about where he is right now seems to be what God wants in the end. Right. And so, but does David quit in the cave? No, he continues to walk faithfully, even though he's not where he wants to be. Yeah. He still believes in the promise. He still has integrity in the low moments. He's developing in that waiting, in that transition season until it's the right time.
And understanding God's timing is so important. And I think of that with David as well, specifically in the cave where he had the opportunity to take Saul's life. Yeah. He had the opportunity to end his problem, but he knew that it was not his time yet. Right. He knew that it was not what God would want at that time in his life.
We could do like 14 episodes on David alone.
Yeah.
He's one of my favorite people in the Bible.
Yeah, mine too. You see him at his highs, you see him at his lows, you see depression, you see victory.
You see real life.
Yeah.
You know, you see somebody who's doing mighty things of God, who's still somebody that weeps in the fields.
Yeah.
And somebody who falls and fails horribly, but still God uses him miraculously anyways. You know, there's redemption, there's reconciliation, there's reality in the life of David. But man, I feel like, you know, we're too hard on ourselves a lot of times.
Yeah,
And,
absolutely. We put unneeded pressure because society pushes that pressure on us.
And like, I'm all for you, dude. If you want to lose 20 pounds,
Do it.
lose those 20 pounds, you know. But just tomorrow when you fail and eat a leftover Christmas treat, Little Debbie,
Right.
don't let it be the end of your goal.
Yeah.
Don't stop there, you know, get back up. That's all I'm
Absolutely.
saying. You know, like too
Absolutely.
many times we say, new year, new me. I'm going to do this every day. And you go so hard in the paint for so long. And then you burn out and then it's just not realistic. And then the next year, guess what? The same resolution is the one you had last year.
So,
Yeah.
lighter note,
Yeah.
with the resolution thing.
Mhm.
I don't do New Year's resolutions, but my brother has had the same New Year's resolution since he was like 13 years old.
What was it?
Have I told you?
No.
Okay. Daniel, my brother, his New Year's resolution.
Shout out
every
to
year
Daniel.
Yeah, is to not get shot.
Right on, Daniel. That's on my list.
Since when he was 13, he
Well,
said
Daniel,
my
what
New Year's
happened?
resolution is to not get shot.
But he's in a job where that could happen. Like, I mean, Daniel, I pray you never get shot, brother. Like, I don't want that to happen ever. Bubba, why are you telling that story? No, that's awesome. It's my New Year's resolution is not to die today. Like, okay, like, very good.
He did every year at the end of the year.
Did
It's I fulfilled my New Year's
Fulfilled.
resolution, and then
Yep.
what's your new?
So
what's
funny.
the new one?
But
Not
hey,
get shot again.
staying alive,
Yeah.
you know, like, that's awesome.
Setting easy goals.
But that being said, what was some moment this year? I'm kind of putting you on the spot here, where consistency mattered more than the motivation for you.
Mm.
I got a couple.
Okay. Well, you're putting me on the spot.
Oh, I know.
Incredibly here.
Sorry, I'll start, and then you think of it.
Yeah, give me something.
So we talk about fishing a lot. Our one successful steelhead trip this year, where we were out fishing. You could listen to it. It's a couple episodes back. We fished for 8 hours
Mm-hmm.
and nothing going for me. And this was on a 6 fishing trip skid.
Yeah.
And you know, I kept fishing. We kept fishing for 8 hours, and I'm at the end of it, looking on the water, so discouraged, so upset, so frustrated. I think I'm done, bro. I think I'm done. And you say, man, let's just give it a few more minutes, a few more casts. And those few more casts, that consistency,
Yeah.
landed me 2 27-inch, 6 or 7 pounds
Mhm.
steelhead. You know what I mean? Like, and so that the payoff was there. Like,
Right.
eventually, if you keep casting, you're gonna catch something. You know.
Yeah.
And so that taught me. You know, you learn so much through fishing, and I'm sure hunting as well. You know, a lot of times you're just out there for the experience, and sometimes you see the target and you skip it, and you know, like, there's so much there to be learned from those experiences. But that's one of the things, man, where like the consistency matter. My motivation in that moment was completely gone.
Yeah.
Like, I was devastated. I was like, we did it again.
Right.
Another trip with nothing, and then just a few more casts. And those few more casts produced more than the most of the season did.
Right. So I guess for me, it's not so much for me that I had something, but for my son, for David. David started playing football this year, and learning the plays. Like,
Yeah.
okay, we got to do this every time this way for this to be successful. And for the first couple weeks, he had no clue what he was doing. By the end of the season, he's one of the captains of the team.
Yeah.
And consistently knows what he's doing. He's telling other players where they need to be on the field and how to do it.
Yeah.
So that was, I think, for me, my consistency moment of, you know, pouring into him, helping him along the way,
Yeah.
and then seeing him succeed.
Yeah, that's awesome. I think too, man, like, we get into this, especially right now in January, we get into the motivation thing, and I don't want to beat this to beat a dead horse or anything, or repeat ourselves redundantly. But with this podcast, for example, we're now into our 60th episode, I believe. This is far beyond what most podcasts live. 90% of podcasts never make it past the 12th episode. And so we're way past like what's normal. And man, when we first started, it was 5 listeners.
Shout out.
Shout out to them. OG.
I was one of them.
You were. When we first started, it was just, me and a couple family members listening to this. And it was like that for a very long time. And it was like that to the point where we were like, are we just shouting to the wind right now?
Right.
We know we have something special. We know nobody else is nobody else is teaching biblical principles, are grounded people who aren't cursing or aren't living a double life. Or, no other ministers talk about Bigfoot or aliens or weird things in between,
Yeah.
Nobody's willing to laugh. Everybody has to present themselves in such a stuffy way. No offense to anybody, but I just feel like there was nobody doing what we're doing.
Right.
And I love the preaching podcasts. I listened to so many of those, but I felt like there was nothing that was just lighthearted and fun.
Yeah.
And entertaining to listen to. And we're trying to do that. But for so many episodes, it was just like 20 people, 10 people, 5 people. And then, we just kept recording. We said we're going to do one a week. We just kept doing it over and over and over again. And hosts came and hosts left. And Sean's still with us. Life happens, circumstances happen. People jumped in, people jumped out. You jumped on as the third host, and we had a lot of great guests on this year. And man, we for the longest time we never even crossed 100 subscribers. And then all of a sudden now, at the end of at the beginning of the second year, we have over 3,000 subscribers on YouTube.
Yeah.
And it happened. Never did it happen in one big moment. Mm-mm. It was just a gradual growth, and we had peaks and we had valleys, and then all of a sudden there's this like consistency of just gradual growth, and we're never been where we started.
Yeah.
We've gradually grown into what we are today. And so that was one of the things where the motivation for this show was always, the same. It was always the same goal, right? But there was days where I'm like, ugh, I gotta put this short out, or I gotta do this clip, or I gotta do this editing, or we gotta go record. And there's so much pressure in those moments. And we landed this guest, and they dropped out, and we didn't get this guest. We got this guest. It's incredible. We're excited. And all of a sudden, it's like 4 weeks of just us, And then so it never really happened on the big moment. We've had big episodes and big guests, but the growth never happened drastically off of those episodes. I think our 8th episode in, we were on Pete Rogers' Christian Outdoors show, and he's got millions of listeners. We didn't get millions of listeners off of that episode,
right?
We got so many listeners off our Fish ATM episode, so like the guy who duct taped
Fishing Bandit,
the Fish Bandit. So it just never happened the way that I think it would. But here's what I've seen is that when we have consistently showed up and put in the work, growth happens.
Yeah.
Even in the boring moments.
Yeah.
And
nothing's instant.
Nothing
that's worthwhile is instant.
Right. That's the part people don't post about, like there's going to be so many days where you just don't feel like it. But if you just show up and continue to grind.
Yeah.
Man, we love to post the highlights. We love to post those. Oh, it's another 1,000 subscribers. Everybody celebrate. Like, comment, subscribe, share, whatever. We love to write those. But man, I'm just as pumped about the 10 extra ones that we got this morning. You know what I mean? Like nobody knows or nobody sees that.
Right. To be real for a moment too. Sports is a big part of my life. And one of those catchphrases you hear with sports is you got to embrace the grind, enjoy the grind. Hey, sometimes the grind stinks.
Yeah. It does.
But consistency is going to breed those results.
Mm-hmm.
Just be consistent. There's going to be bad days.
Right.
Be real.
Yeah.
There's going to be days where you have no desire to do it. And it takes everything within you to do whatever it is that your goal is.
Right.
But just be consistent. Even if it's a little thing, get into it.
Yeah.
Do it that day. Those days where you don't want to, it's more important to do it that day than any other because you need to breathe that consistency in your life. You need to speak that consistency into your life. It's going to make you better.
Yeah.
Whatever your goal is. And I know we're not doing the whole new year, new you thing, whatever. But I think it's really important for people to understand that if you want something good in your life, it's going to take consistency. It's going to take work.
Yeah. And I think, man, just the whole expression of new year, new me. What are we talking about here?
Yeah.
You know, like you are you. You've always been you. You've never been somebody else.
Right.
God has made you you. You can better you. And this sounds redundant, but like think about what you're saying. You know, and we know when the Bible talks about you know, he makes every creature new, brand new, right? And like that means a change has occurred. And so I understand the point behind it. But what we're trying to say is that don't put so much pressure on one day or 1 month.
Yeah.
You know, put the pressure on your daily decision. You know, like your pressure, you know, it's a lot easier to, you know, have you ever heard the expression like how to eat an elephant?
Yeah. One bite at a time.
One bite at a time.
Yeah.
Like it's one bite at a time. You don't put so much pressure on, you know, how do you close down a Chinese buffet?
Right.
One frog leg at a time, you know, like you gotta do one step at a time and take it slow, you know, like don't do too much too fast.
Yeah. Don't burn yourself out. Set realistic goals towards your end goal. Like if your goal is, again, back to the fitness thing, if your goal is to lose 20 pounds, say by the end of March, I want to have lost 5 pounds. Set realistic goals.
Yeah. Yeah. And some ideas sound great and some ideas and plans look good on paper, but they don't always produce what we think they will. And you might end up somewhere else completely. But the point is that you're bettering yourself, and that's what matters.
Absolutely.
Learning what doesn't work is still progress.
Absolutely.
And so, man, that's just something. One thing that we tried last year that didn't work the way that we expected. One of those things, at least I guess for the show, would be promotions for the show, like the giveaways. I wouldn't say they were failures.
No.
Like it just didn't do what I thought it would do.
Right.
And I'm not saying we won't do those. In fact, we got a bunch of fishing tackle that we want to give away. And so we're going to think about a way to do that this year.
Yeah.
Maybe like a certain subscriber amount or something like that. Or, you know, a random comment, you know, comment below and we'll pick something and send something your way. But that's something that like I'm still learning, you know, we're still learning. And it's something that I thought would work, that it did work, but not in the way that I thought it would, you know? And so didn't work the way I expected it to be. But thinking about the podcast, there were things that worked better than we expected. There were clips and conversations that landed better and resonated more with our listeners. And there were things that I thought would do great that flopped, you know? And but here's the thing, the biggest win is not the numbers, it's not the subscriber count, it was the consistency. And here's what I can say, it's like, I've decided this show will go on for as long as I can do it, it will happen. And so if you're a listener out there, just know that it'll go on. Things might change, it might look a little different, it might sound a little different every once in a while, but we're still here.
Yeah.
And we're going to be here next year. And it's the consistency that will help us get where I think that this could go. And we showed up and we kept recording. We keep learning. We keep refining. And the biggest commitment wasn't a big viral launch or a big guest or anything like that. It was choosing to just show up again week after week.
Yep.
And that's what is going to get us there. And so I hate to talk too much shop, but like that's kind of the view of me for this show.
Hey, it's a new year episode. I think it's cool.
Yeah. And so
give you a peek behind the curtain.
Yeah. I mean, we got a little serious, but let's talk about something that most people don't, okay? And I guess like we could call this a game. I don't know if that... We got an ad. Don't go anywhere.
First form, Formula One, clear, rainbow, sherbet.
No, man, it's sherbet. Two R's and a T. Everyone knows that.
No, there's only one R and one T, dude.
Bro, don't mess with me. I remember the T. I grew up. I knew that I had sherbet flavored push pops.
Well, it's the Mandela effect where even your protein powder is rewriting history.
Well, whatever timeline you're in, it's delicious.
Light, smooth, 20 grams of fast digesting protein.
Call it whatever you want. It tastes amazing.
First form, Formula One, clear sherbet.
2 R's, no T. Full recovery.
Fuel
you
the
some.
grind, recover right.
Get you some.
Creatine.
Creatine.
Formula One, clear protein.
Protein.
Creatine.
Taste the brain. That's illegal. I can't say that.
It's time for a game. It's time for a game. David,
It's time to play the
David.
game.
time to play the game.
Oh, shout out to John Cena.
Yeah.
Retirement the other night.
Shout out.
Lost. What in the world?
Yeah.
My son was crushed, but I did
My
have
son cried. Thanks,
I did
John.
have a moment of nostalgia watching that with with David the other night of me back in the day with my dad watching WCW and
Oh, yeah.
just every time that he
Did you
did
ever
that,
jump up?
almost that 3 count and oh
Man, I was so
David
into
just
it.
went nuts. Yeah.
I believed in it for way longer than I
too.
should have.
Me too.
And I was the kid that jumped off roofs onto trampolines with special moves.
Yep.
I had a CAG. Mine was Caginator. It was dumb. It's just my initials.
Yeah.
If you had one finishing move, this is not part of the notes.
Mine was
but
the man lock.
the man lock.
Yep. I remember it.
I wanted the crippler crossface for so long, and then tragedy struck. So
Ugh.
if you know, you know. Time to play the game, though. Time to play the game. Guess I'm gonna say this. You gotta guess the top 5 New Year's resolutions for 2026.
Okay.
So you're gonna
Starting now or when?
yeah. So I'm gonna try. You're gonna try to guess the top 5 most common resolutions each year.
Okay.
Okay. No
And I'm not gonna look
googling.
at
No, don't
show
look at the
notes
notes or
yeah.
anything like that. Just guess which ones they are, 1 to 5.
Okay.
So top resolutions of the year.
Lose weight,
Mm-hmm.
save money,
Mm-hmm.
new hobby.
Mm-hmm.
Mm. Read more,
Okay. Last one.
new job.
New job. Wow. Okay. You ready for them?
Yep.
Okay. Number 1 answer was fitness or lose weight.
Okay.
So hitting it. Number 1 answer. Good answer. Good answer. Number 2 was saving money. So
Okay.
nailed it.
Yep.
1 and 2 done. Number 3, I think you said new hobby. It's eating healthier, which
Okay.
kind of goes with losing weight. And number 4 was less stress or better mental
I
health.
said read more books.
And you said read more books, which you could accomplish that by reading
Yeah.
more books. And then the last one was spending more time with the family.
Okay.
And so those are all great. But again, well, first of all, which one of these sound the most exhausting to you personally?
Getting healthier.
Yeah, losing weight.
It needs to
Fitness.
happen, but
Yeah.
man, I came on here about a year ago.
So I
was
thought
talking
about that.
Talk about my fitness journey.
Brother Christian throwed up a picture of me as Buddy the Elf for the youth
Mhm.
Christmas thing, and I look about 12 pounds lighter than I am
Yeah.
right now. And so, like, I'm feeling that urge to just go back to the gym,
Yeah.
just like everybody else is making that New Year's resolution
New
again.
year, new you.
But I think it's a good reset. I
Yeah.
I don't know. It is hard though,
it is.
and it gets harder the older you get. But that being said, do it. Lose the
Yeah.
weight. Those are the more meaningful ones. I think those are great resolutions. Those are great goals. But again, I would say these are decisions that you got to make every day, not just once a year.
Mhm.
You have to make the decision to push away the plate. We're going to be doing a Daniel's fast soon, if we're not already doing it, and that's going to be interesting. That'll probably
Cool.
help us lose the weight.
Yeah.
But less stress, spending more time with the family, eating healthier, saving money. Each one of those things happen not just once a year, but that happens with daily decisions. And so another one, okay? Another round. Round 2. Who makes the most money in January? What companies make the most money in January? Okay, so all right. This is a little January. Sorry. This is a little January game. Jabanuary. Certain industries absolutely clean up financially this time of year. Not because people suddenly change forever. Not just because hope is high and discipline hasn't been tested yet. Not just because of those things. But let's throw out a few options, and we'll guess what the top 5 most financial gains happen. No Googling, no shame. Okay, so which industry of these 3 see the biggest spike in new customers in January? A, gyms.
Gym.
B, fast food. C, clothing brands. Or D, streaming services.
A.
Yep, that was an easy one. A it is. Planet Fitness
Right.
soars.
No,
Just-
McDonald's does.
McDonald's does. That's right. January is the largest sign up month for gyms of the year. Some
Makes
gyms
sense.
report 30 to 50% of their annual new memberships happen in January alone.
Yeah.
And everybody knows, every
By
gym goer,
February.
but every gym member knows. Like if you've been going all year, you know January is the worst time.
Yeah, it's awful.
It's the most frustrating thing because you got a bunch of new year, new me people.
Yep.
And they're there for a month or two, taking up all the equipment, and
I
you're
have
frustrated.
no clue what they're doing.
Right. And it's, man, you see some things in that
Yeah.
gym. So that's why I decided to start building my own home gym.
Same.
And I've done a good job at that. So, and that way, when I don't show up for months at a time, I'm not losing,
Right.
$30 a month on it.
Yeah.
So, joke's on you, gyms.
We outgamed you.
We outgamed you. Question 2. All right, category 2. Ready? Which category sees a huge revenue spike tied directly to New Year's resolutions? Is it A, supplement companies, B, car dealerships, C, improvement stores, or D, travel agencies?
It's the supplement companies. I feel like these are all super.
Super easy.
Yeah.
Speaking of supplement companies,
First form.
First Form. If you are in your new year, new me, get you some First Form. I will
Get some beef
beef sticks and Form Energy and electrolyte powder and creatine.
But it has electrolytes.
It's got electrolytes.
If you ever
Welcome to the
see-
Casting Faith podcast. We love you. Seriously, though, use our affiliate link, firstform.com/castingfaith. You need protein.
Hey, all jokes aside, I think it is very important to
Look at this.
to structure yourself.
Rainbow
to,
sherbet protein. Sorry,
Yeah.
go ahead.
No, you're good. All jokes
That's delicious.
aside of making fun of the New Year, New Me thing, I think it's important to, again, back to consistency. Be consistent with vitamin intake.
Yes, and I'm feeling the negatives. I ran out of the multi-factor. That's the packets of vitamins you
Yeah.
get through First Form. Which hey, I'm not just saying this because they're a sponsor. It is the most convenient way to get your vitamins. It's got probiotics. It's got multivitamins. It's
Yeah.
got greens. It's got CoQ10. It's got fish oils, essential oils, or not essential oils, fish oils. It's
Lavender.
got lavender. No, it's got everything you need in it. And I said this when I went to camp. I usually get sick when I go supervise camps, church camps and stuff. When I was taking those consistently, I didn't get sick.
Yeah.
And I'm on a 4-week stretch of this upper respiratory situation. That's why I'm hacking into the mic. I'm sorry for
Yeah.
our listeners.
Well,
but
I've been-
that doesn't happen when I take multi-factor.
Right. Yeah.
And so, hands down.
I've been like piece parting and taking consistently what I need to take, the fish oil, the magnesium,
Mm-hmm.
vitamin D, all that. But you got me onto those
Yeah.
packets, and it's a lot easier.
It's so much easier. And it's cheaper
yeah.
because each individual bottle of vitamins is going to cost you like $20-$30.
Right.
And then, or you could get all of what you need in a convenient pack for like $50 or something.
Right. And I do love that it's in those little packs. So if you're on the go,
Yeah.
you can just throw it in your bag or whatever.
They're great.
It's easy. It's
So good.
I recommend that. I think that's my biggest recommendation from First Form. The beef sticks are awesome. Those
Yeah, they're
18
so-
grams of protein,
Dude.
that's fantastic for your protein. If people are setting those protein goals, those
Yeah.
are perfect for it.
Yeah.
Filling, they taste great. But I think the ease of those vitamin packs is my favorite thing
100%.
from First Form.
I would say that to anybody who's lifting or just wants general wellness. Start there.
Yeah.
And so if you've been on the fence, if you've been a listener and you wanted to try First Form and you're not sure what to get, I would suggest the vitamins.
Yeah, for sure.
'Cause you can't go
even
wrong.
if you're not on a fitness journey,
It's gonna
everybody
better
should be
your
on a health journey.
Yeah.
And those vitamins are just going to make you healthier. It's going to make you your day a little bit easier.
100%. And the supplement companies are the ones who make the most money
That
during
they
this
do.
time of
First
year.
Form.
So if you're going to spend the money, spend it on First Form and help us out. You know what I'm saying?
Creatine. Sean, creatine.
That was the longest promo plug ever. I love First Form, but man.
Welcome to First Form. I love you.
Question number 3. Okay, ready? Which industry quietly makes a lot of money in January? First Form. Hopefully, First Form makes a lot of money. Supplement companies make loud money. What makes quiet money? Who's the sleeper agent here? What company makes silent money, but nobody talks about it? Is it A, productivity apps, B, wedding planners, C, toy store or toy company, Toy Story, toy companies, or D, sporting events?
Probably the first one you said, the productivity
Man,
apps.
you're on a roll, bro. You haven't missed one.
Well, they've all been A.
Oh, that's interesting. Abacadabra, baby.
No,
You ever
I
fill
was gonna
out
say,
the
like-
Scantron sheets?
right?
A, B,
You're
C,
like,
D,
I got
A?
too many A's in a row. I got to change this. No, I was gonna say like streaming like YouTube.
Yeah.
Because and hear me out. I know YouTube makes a lot of money all the time, but
Yeah.
how many times have you been like,
Wish
I
we would
need to
make some
learn how
money
to
off YouTube. Just kidding.
I need to learn how to do this, so I'm going directly to YouTube.
100%.
And I was thinking of I need to learn how to build a fitness routine. I need to learn this different lift. I need to learn how to do this, that, this, the other thing.
Productivity apps. So habit trackers, planners, food trackers, those kind of things are a huge surge in downloads and subscriptions in January. So a lot of people don't need a new life. They just need a better app to manage the one they have. That's the kind of idea of that. So yeah. All right. I think this is the last one. You ready for it?
Yep.
This one feels backwards, but which industry still makes massive money in January, even while everyone's talking about eating clean and starting fresh? Is it fast food, farmers markets, meal preps, or grocery stores?
And I'm gonna go with option A again.
Correct. What are odds of that? All answers A.
Right.
Oh.
I mean,
Yep.
Speaking of fast
100%.
food, what did you say in the cold open about is McDonald's?
Oh, we're getting there.
Okay.
We're getting there. Fast food doesn't slow down in January. If anything, it balances out. People start the month discipline, and they end. All of the people who fail in January go straight back to McDonald's.
Hey, speaking of, a couple episodes ago, we talked about the
Grinch meal.
Grinch meal. My
I
kids got
tried
it.
to go get it, and everyone was sold out.
My kids got it, and the Grinch fries with the dill salt, legit. Very
Really?
good. Very good.
I tried to order.
And they want to live in those socks. My kids do. Those Grinch socks.
Oh, they got socks with them?
Yeah,
that's
the,
awesome.
The toy with it.
What a
with socks.
sweet man.
Yeah, but it's like
Makes sense because that's
$10
yeah.
because it's an adult Happy Meal.
Oh, okay. Well,
and I heard rumors that next year, because of the success of this, they're going to do Home Alone.
Interesting. Sorry. I feel like that Home Alone should be mac and cheese and pizza.
Yeah. The McPizza,
Ugh.
Mac and cheese.
Ugh.
That's tongue twister. You need that Mac and cheese.
Ugh. Yeah, no, I did try to buy the bikini bottom meal from Burger King, and the lady was so snippy with me that I drove away.
Huh.
I said, "Yeah, can I have that bikini bottom Krabby Patty? You know, all the things, but instead of the pineapple whatever drink, could I just have a Coke Zero?" And she said, and I went, "What?" Like, hold on, like, there's no line. She was probably just having a bad day, but she's, I heard it. Kevin, we got another one. And she was so rude. And I was like, And she was like, "Okay, I just talked to my manager. We're not supposed to do that, but I guess I can give you the Diet Coke." And I was like, "I'm actually okay." And I drove away. I said, "Never mind." Yeah. They just drove off. I was like, "What?" Like, I don't even want it anymore. I just wanted to try the thing.
Yellow bun.
I just wanted to try the thing. But I don't know if that makes me a bad person or not, but I was frustrated. And I was like, this isn't worth it. And if you have that energy while you're making my food, I'm going to walk away. I don't know. I don't know. But yeah, it made me wonder. But I guess fast food makes a ton of money in January because a lot of people
makes sense.
Don't stick with their goals.
So, speaking of fast food, if you're not local to Akron, you're missing out. I had Swenson's last night.
So good.
Oh, my
Galley
goodness.
boy. Get you that galley boy.
Swenson's is like it's like an old school
Route
restaurant.
66.
My mouth is watering right now talking about it.
So good.
So it's like an old school drive-in restaurant where they come up and you order your food in your car, they bring it to you. And if you're not from Akron, you don't know. But if you are ever in the area, I highly suggest, not a sponsor.
No, not
highly
at all.
suggest Swenson's if you want to sponsor.
Yeah, well, dude, I'll take a Swenson sponsorship.
Little galley boy, some onion rings.
Let me ask you this question: how many galley boys? Guess how many galley boys I've had in one sitting?
4.
Correct.
That was a wild guess. That was not option A.
No, but it is correct. I've had 4.
So
you know me, and I was so sick after. I had
So
no
much
restraint.
grease.
So much grease.
So much grease.
It's delicious. It's got barbecue
So good.
sauce and tartar sauce, and
It sounds like a weird combination,
so
but you
good.
tried it. So good.
So if you're ever in the area, get you a galley boy.
Yeah.
We'll say this though, since they're not a sponsor, the fries, hot garbage.
Yeah, I agree. You got to go onion rings, potato teasers.
Yes.
Brittany
the
gets some potato
jalapeno, and
fusers.
the jalapeno. Yeah, no, the fries are just straight up freezer fries from like market day when we were kids. You know what I mean? It's not good. But speaking of fries, and speaking of fast food, real quick, do you remember the show Super Size Me?
I do.
It was a movie documentary that was made and showed in every health class in America when we were younger. Super Size Me, the documentary that showed every high school student health class where the guy ate McDonald's every day and everything in his life started falling apart.
Yeah.
And his health went down and all the things. Man, I swear that this messed with our generation so much. And it actually prompted a giant change in McDonald's to where they no longer served supersized. Do you guys remember supersized?
Yeah, remember whenever they asked, "Do you want to supersize that?" He had to supersize.
And you're like, yeah, definitely, I want more. And so it actually prompted so much change that they took away the supersize, right? And so for a solid decade, all you thought of, when you looked at McDonald's fries for too long, you were going to start to call it quits. They didn't have the supersize anymore, and like the medium and the small are the same amount of fries. Not annoying.
Yeah.
So you either go large or small. You don't go ever medium. But there used to be a supersize, and here we are because McDonald's doesn't have a national supersize option anymore. But people are buzzing that in certain areas they're doing group size fries, which is like 2 or 3 supersized containers together. And it's supposed to be shareable. Like they're marketing it as it's shareable, but it's just 2 or 3 supersized fries smushed together. It looks like one of them 5-ring binders, that you carried around in school of just full of fries.
That's wild.
And so they're calling it like share size or something like that. But it's like everybody who was our age,
I'm not sharing those fries.
We know what's happening. You're bringing back the supersize, aren't you, McDonald's?
Hey, I don't know. I'm for it. I think you should be. If you want to order 7,000 calories of fries, you do that. This is America.
Right. Paunch burger. So it feels though very on brand for how our culture works. Though we swing so hard in one direction and then swing hard the other way when it doesn't work out, and so it's like a pendulum. Pendulum just goes back.
Enough
and
time passes and people
are
forget.
like, "Hey, bring back the supersize."
Why don't we have an option that's larger than large?
Small, good. Medium, good. Large,
bigger.
Let's get more. More is better,
right?
Dude, you got a truck.
Yeah, but I'm not moving anything for you.
Dang it. Marcus! Call 2 clever fellas. When your best friends stop letting you use their truck to move your stuff, call Marcus. Marcus will make life easier.
Marcus will make it happen, from junk removal to moving to just handiwork around the house. Marcus and his team will make any need that you have a check off your to-do list.
Do it. Call him.
2 clever fellas.
I don't remember the phone number, but you should call him.
Marcus will make it happen.
Link in the description.
Call him.
2 clever
fellows.
1 minute it's detox, 1 minute it's clean, reset, cleanse, and the next thing you know, you just want a triple supersized gallon of fries, bucket of fries, just a 5-gallon bucket of fries. But man, did that movie? Because you remember watching it. Did it scare you off of fast food for a while, or did it just make you want to eat McDonald's every day?
It made me want to eat McDonald's. Do you remember when we had?
I know exactly where you're going.
We had we do a family enrichment month every October.
I was going somewhere else, but go ahead.
I love it. It's one of my favorite times of the year for the church.
Just don't name them.
A lot of focus. I'm not going to. We had a health expert come in, and he talked to us about how fast food was awful for your body and like it's terrible for you and a lot of things.
He was having people drink from glass containers, which I'm not about against it.
Just all about the little things that can make you healthier. And the big thing was fast food. Got to cut it out.
Right.
Well, his son was there, and we were in the youth group, and we took him to McDonald's.
It was the best day of his life.
We all got together, our friend group back in youth
right
group.
after
we're going to go to McDonald's.
We went to McDonald's. Don't eat fast food. Immediately McDonald's. That was funny, dude. Do you remember when you could get? I was going here. Remember when we could get 50 chicken nuggets for $5, and we would go to my basement, play video games, and eat 50 chicken nuggets in one setting?
That we would.
We would
That
eat 50 chicken nuggets. We would get two 50-piece chicken
And play-
nuggets
Have UFC tournaments
and drink, Circle K dollar energy drinks and 50 chicken nuggets, and we still,
That's where this cough is stemming from. With the 50
100%.
chicken nuggets
So
and
much
Dollar Tree.
chemicals. So many chemicals.
Mm.
Man, I'm not even mad about it. It's just funny how extreme we are. We see something like that, and you're like, immediately jump off of it, immediately jump back on. We go from this year, I want to fix everything, to give me that 50-piece bucket of fries, and maybe that's not failure. Maybe that's just reality. You know? Maybe sometimes you make progress and you lose a step, and then you go back forward. Now, nobody's advocating to eat junk all the time, but like treat yourself every once in a while, fall off.
Treat yourself.
Fall, get back up. That's the point. But I just think it's interesting how much pressure we put on ourselves this time of year.
Yeah, and with that, on a serious note as well, if you set goals for yourself and you fail,
That's normal.
Give yourself grace, because that's normal.
100%.
You can get back on the horse. You don't have to completely just wallow in your failure and let it ruin your year.
Right.
And this goes, for life in general, if you mess up, it happens.
Right.
And not to get super spiritual, but
Don't
thank
get
the Lord
super spiritual.
we have grace.
Yes.
Because not a single one of us is perfect, and we fail.
100%.
But God loves us enough to let us wallow in that failure and allows us to get back up. And it's the same with your life.
It's not a license to sin.
No.
But you got to understand that we are human. And we talked about David at the beginning of the episode. He failed.
Yeah.
And he got back up, and he still became what God wanted. And there was consequences for those failures.
Absolutely.
And so don't misread this and think that grace is just going to give you a license to fail, and then God's just going to take the consequence. No, you're going to learn from your failure. You're going to have a consequence, but get back up.
Yeah.
You can still make it. You can some people feel so far gone or so far off the rails that they never feel like they can even get close to what they're supposed to be. But we're here to tell you, failure happens.
Yep.
And sometimes you want a bucket of fries.
Sometimes you want that bucket of fries.
And sometimes you eat it. And you make the mistakes, and you learn from them, and you move forward, and you make progress, and then you stumble and you fall again, and then you get up and you make. That's the race that we're running. That's the reality of that's what faith is. And so we want to make sure that our listeners know that, man. We're here with you. We're along the rides with you. You've seen us do fitness giveaways, and you've seen us throw down and put on a few pounds. You know what I mean? Like, that's just reality. And so we don't want everybody to feel like the pressure to start is so overwhelming because you think that you should be one way one day. You know what I mean? Like,
change isn't going to be instant.
Yeah. It's not the big breakthroughs. It's not the highlight reel stuff. Most of the times faith shows up in really ordinary days. And Jesus never really talked extremes. He didn't say fix everything right now. He didn't say transform your whole life before you come to me. He just said come to me daily. Jesus said in Luke 9:23, he said, if anyone would come to me, let him deny himself and take up his cross daily and follow me, not once a year.
Yep.
And so, man, daily matters. Daily is not glamorous. Daily is not what you want to hear. Daily is not repetitive, or daily is repetitive. Daily is when nobody's cheering you on and when the sub counts go down. Daily is just, the grind.
Right.
And it's not always fun, like you said. And so that's our piece of encouragement today, is that sometimes it's going to stink.
Yeah.
You're going to fall, you're going to fail, but we're here with you, and God's with you.
Yep.
And,
Absolutely. All the way.
Don't put so much pressure on yourself, Give yourself some grace.
Yep.
And, we hope you guys have had a wonderful New Year's. And we're so grateful for all of our listeners. And, man, just looking at the analytics, and this is the part of the show where we start talking about sponsors and last cast and everything like that.
This is when you shut it off.
This is when most people will probably turn off. Don't turn it off. Just hear this from us. We are grateful.
Yeah.
For every single person who tunes in every week.
Absolutely.
And the comments mean so much, and the likes mean so much, and the subscribes mean so much to us, because it lets us know that we're making an impact in your life. The reason for doing a podcast like this are you guys. And, we're not, yes, we want to make money off YouTube one day. Yes, we want to get a play button and all those goals and all the fun stuff, right? But more than anything, we want to encourage you to live for God in your everyday life. And, just to know that you're there, that means so much to us.
Yeah, I think for me, the biggest thing with the podcast,
the beef sticks.
The beef stick. No, I had that moment last night. I was talking to you about just going through and reading some of the comments on the videos and stuff like that. The fact that we get to be a part of people's lives that maybe we'll never meet you, but you're taking the time out to listen and to hear our nonsense.
500,000 people have seen my face talk about all kinds of different things. That's wild.
It's humbling, the fact that you would allow us to be a part of your life.
And
thank you.
Yeah, we thank you so much, and thank you for making this year great for us. And we promise we're here. We'll be here this year. We'll be here, for the years to come, and we're excited to see where God takes this. But that being said, we want to thank you guys so much from the bottom of our hearts, from the Casting Faith team. We're so grateful for each and every one of you, and we want to encourage you to keep casting faith in your life. And we would love if you bought some merch. We would love if you want to represent the show, buy some merch, buy some coffee, buy some First Form. Call Marcus to take out your New Year's
take down
trash.
The Christmas lights.
Take down the Christmas lights.
Don't leave them up.
Nope, don't
Unless
leave them
they're
up.
those permanent ones. Those are kind of cool.
Yeah,
but
he actually installs those permanent ones. So if you want the permanent ones, it's not too late.
I have a neighbor that does the Christmas lights. They're the permanent ones. So he has Christmas. Then on like the 4th of July, they're red, white, and blue. And
yep, those are great. He can install those, and you get 20% off when you mention the Cast and Faith podcast.
Faith podcast.
So do it.
Go to First Form, buy some beef sticks, honey chipotle. I got the Italian ones, the jalapeno heat. Good stuff. A little bit of a kick if you like that, but 18 grams of protein. Great for those people that are setting those fitness goals and want to hit that protein goal every day.
Yeah.
Great snack.
Yeah. Firstform.com/castingfaith. There are so many different flavors there. Just make sure when you order through First Form that you see the //castingfaith at the end of your URL, and that will make sure that your sale goes to us. And once you buy something from us, you're our customer for life. And that's the cool thing about First Form. But we want to make sure you guys do those things. And if you're still listening right now, I want you to write something in the comments. I want you to write one of your favorite episode topics that we've something that we've
I'm
said
interested to hear that
stuck out to you
from this year.
From
or
this
favorite
year.
Guest from this year.
Favorite guest, anything like that.
David, before I was a co-host.
Yeah, the Mogador episode, which we maybe redo that one. That'd be fun. But just leave something like that. Tell us what was your favorite thing from the Cast and Faith podcast this year. Whether it was a guest, whether it was a Bible moment, whether it was a testimony, was a fishing story, anything like that. Leave a comment like that, and we'll be grateful for that. We'll also leave something like what you want us to talk about.
Yeah,
we got some fun topics coming up this year, and we want to always make you a part of the show.
So I know we're at the end here, but I got a question for you because I know mine. What was your favorite topic in translation into the Bible this year?
Oh, I think the Edmund Fitzgerald.
That was mine.
Yeah, that was a fun one.
Yeah.
I love history, and you're like that too. It's kind of just natural.
Yeah.
That was one of my favorites.
Want to hear yours too. If you have your favorite moment, your favorite topic, transition. Like I said, the Edmund Fitzgerald one, I just thought there was so much to transition to the spiritual there with that, and I never realized it until we were sitting here talking about it.
One of my favorite moments was giving Brother Charles Robinette his first energy drink ever. That was a funny experience. So
he's high energy to begin with.
So just watching that take place. We almost had Pastor too. But I know Pastor.
I've had Pastor had some.
Oh, he has. We've witnessed it.
Remember
growing
back
up
in the
with
day.
Them rock stars.
Rock stars. Yep.
The worst energy drink,
Right?
by the way. Like if you're drinking Rockstar, stop and grab you a Form Energy.
Yeah.
Don't even use it. Go to the gas station. I don't even care. Don't drink
Don't drink
Rockstar.
Rockstar.
Don't drink that.
Oh man. Hey, but thank you guys. Thank you for
100%.
everything.
Happy New Year's from the Casting Faith team. We love you guys. We appreciate you.
Go
Share
eat
the
some pork
show.
and sauerkraut.
I wanted to talk about that. We didn't get to it.
That's all right.
I hate sauerkraut.
I love sauerkraut.
It is the worst. Slimy.
I think it's amazing.
Just nope. The only way I like it is if it's deep fried in a
Sauerkraut ball,
doughy thing, or if it's on a Reuben.
I love it on a Reuben.
Only way.
Love it on a hot dog.
The smell.
I like it itself. Brittany will make it throughout the year.
Overrated.
Brittany likes it more than I do, and she hated it before we got married.
I will say I hated it for the longest time, and I tried it again in a sauerkraut ball, and I tried it again on a Reuben. Both times I like it. I cannot do just pork marinated in sauerkraut. Make me vomit. I don't ever do that. In fact, with the sausage, the sausage that we make for New Year's, they always prepare mine separately on the side, like I'm a 4-year-old.
Yeah.
Because I don't like the
I enjoy
sauerkraut.
it.
I can't even do it.
Hey, if this is airing, Buckeyes,
Go Bucks.
go Bucks.
All right. Love you guys. See you next time. Keep casting faith. Nice. January.
January.